Welcome to the English Mystic Podcast. I'm your host, English Mystic, Dragon Shaman, Spirit Whisperer, and Mr. Explorer of all things seen and unseen. You're tuning in to a very special series honouring the epic Dragon Thunder Summit 2025, a worldwide gathering of visionaries, dragon channels, energy workers and soul-shifting guides. The summit brought together 36 incredible speakers from across the world, each sharing their unique gifts, wisdom and connection with the dragon realms. In this podcast series, we're diving deep, one episode at a time, into the essence of each speaker, their transmission, their gifts, and all the healing and awakening and dragon connections they've brought forward. To explore more about each speaker or to access the full summit replays, visit www.dragonthunder2025.com. Now breathe deep, call in your dragons, and let's step through the portal together. Our next speaker from Scotland is Aphedia. She's the founder of the Dragon Wisdom School, and she's going to lead us on a session called Dragon Money Magic. She's going to be sharing techniques for manifesting abundance and working with dragon energy. She's going to discuss the importance of shifting your negative money beliefs, creating a money altar, using dragon skulls or crystals for wealth manifestation. She also channels the dragons, and she emphasised letting go of limiting thoughts and trusting the universe, and encouraged us to join her school's community for further guidance.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good. It has been a baking 33 degrees in Scotland today. So
No, it's not never that hot in Scotland. Can't be.
never that hot. We're breaking records. The dragons have been firing up the energies for this session today. So yeah, it's a privilege to be the last speaker of this great event in the European time tonight. So welcome to everybody. If you don't know who I am, my name is Aphedia Arara, and I am here on the west coast of Scotland, 3 miles from the famous Kilmartin standing stones and stone circles, so a really high energy point. And I am the founder of the Dragon Wisdom School, which I set up in 2013 at the bequest of the dragons. But the first time I encountered a dragon was just after I finished writing my first book, Messages from Nature's Guardians, all about the environmental messages from nature spirits in 2007. And I had an encounter with this beautiful dragon in Merlindale, the Scottish borders, at the winter solstice. So I'm an earth healer. I also founded Elemental Beings Limited. I am a channel, and I connect with the dragons through channeling them. I channel all different types of dragons, loads of free information on the Dragon Wisdom School website, which is just dragonwisdomschool.org. And I have so many courses that I have channeled and brought through to help everybody in every area of their life. So today I asked the dragons what they wanted to talk about, they wanted me to talk about, and they said they wanted to do a mini workshop. So you're going to get an hour's taster of what we do in my courses, and they titled it Dragon Money Magic. Okay, so last year in the conference I did a Venus Star Dragon workshop, and the year before that I did How to Become a Millionaire with the Help of Dragons, which Kevin tells me is one of the most popularly viewed ones. So hopefully tonight the dragons are going to give us some tips and guidance when I channel them live for you to help us with some money magic. I'm going to take you on a live channel guided meditation supported with sound healing. I'm also a sound healer, and some dragon light language activation. And then we'll finish up with the dragon skulls. I'm going to teach you how you can use your dragon skull to help with your money. And I just want to say that these techniques that we're going to be sharing, we're specifically focusing today on money, but you can apply them to any areas of your life. Okay, so if you're trying to manifest better health, if you're not well, if you want greater spiritual wisdom, understanding, if you want help with your family, your love life, any area, these techniques, and believe me, I've worked with the dragons for it, you can do. So, you know, my wealth journey with the dragons and all the light beings, because I have star being guides, I have angels, unicorns, I'm sure a lot of you work with many different guides as well, was going from a place where I was in a high flying career very early on. I was very high up in Scottish politics. I worked in Parliament, and I thought that was my career set. My speciality was environmental science. I was an environmental policy maker, but I did 5 years training as parliamentary assistant with the then Shadow First Minister. He is now in Scotland our First Minister. So I was right up there very early on in my career, but in my mid-20s, the universe had a different plan. And I ended up very, very neurologically unwell, unable to move for well, a year and a half. I started to get some movement back, but I was another 3 years before I could start to really engage with the world again. I couldn't tolerate any artificial light for 3 years, and then I got told by Archangel Metron I'd to set a business up. Everybody thought I was crazy. including my old boss, who said, well, okay, go for a couple of years to write a book about fairies, and then just give me a shout when you want to come back into politics. And I was determined. I was going to follow this spiritual guidance. I was starting to open up spiritually. I could see fairies, I could see angels. I'm predominantly clairaudient, so I hear them, but I'm now a direct channel as well, so we'll be doing direct channeling tonight. I was 15 years though on disability. I was on disability living allowance, and I had a child, and my husband was like retired. He had to quit his job really to help look after me, and after I'd met him, and so we literally had a baby 2012, and the company, the business, owed me £9,000, and I was like, universe, this has to work. If you want me to be channeling, you want me to be helping the earth this way, I have to have a sustainable income to be able to pay for my child and to be able to pay for our rent. And I don't want to live my life on benefits. And so I started really manifesting, and then when I met the dragons and they started visiting me, they taught me that they were beings of transformation. They were here to help shift stuck energy, to help shift trauma. Obviously I was quite traumatized after what happened to me. Believe me, it is not like they show you in the movies, oh, I've been in a coma for ages. I was in a coma 3 times, and you just get up and walk. My muscles had completely atrophied. I couldn't, even though I was starting to walk, I couldn't climb stairs because I didn't have the core strength in my pelvis to hold me up while I was going upstairs. When I met my husband, that many of you know, Oringas, I could only walk 5 meters. And here was me saying, I've set up a company. So, you know, I always had this inner trust, and that's really what the dragons want to convey to you, is when you surrender to trust in the greater plan, when you trust and start to fall in love with yourself, your life will start to change. So one of the biggest things that the dragons teach or taught me about was negative self-talk. And it's something that I'm sure you've all at some point had negative self-talk, defeatist talk, where or moments where you've just gone into depression, anxiety, total worry, panic, because you have lost faith in yourself and you've lost that belief that the universe can look after you and will look after you. So they started showing me my limited thought forms, and they started teaching me about holding a vibrational wealth. And when you're, I don't know if any of you have been on the benefit system, but when you're stuck in the benefit system and money is coming in, we never got housing benefit, but although I was working, because I was disabled, I was getting what they called the disability living allowance because I couldn't work 40 days a week. I mean, I had to be given an electric stapler and hole punch because I couldn't actually have the strength to push them down when I started the business. And, you know, but when you're in that system and you're making that leap out of it, then stand on your own 2 feet. It is a bit scary for most people to just have this trust that you have the ability to manifest, to bring the money in. So what I'm going to do tonight is I am going to give you a special offer at the end of the course. So if you stay until the end, I'll tell you more about that. But I'm going to give you a chance at the end, if we have time, to ask personal questions so I can help you with your money situation. I'm going to do a live channeling from the dragons because they're leading the show and I'm a channel, so let's hear what they have to say for us all on this topic. And they called this topic forward, so let's see what they want to say. Then I will take you on a guided meditation which I'll be channeling live, and you can then listen to this daily. When I was really manifesting and I was shifting my wealth blocks, my money blocks, I was dedicating 2 to 3 hours a day, usually in the evening, once I got the baby to bed. And I really was going through it. I was writing out the notes of what my limiting beliefs all were. I was getting the dragons to come in and shift them. I was meditating with the dragon skulls. And I was really focusing on my energy in this area. Okay, so dragons are really good for helping us to focus. Their energy is very powerful, so you do have to get accustomed to it. If you're just starting out thinking, okay, I don't really know how to work with dragons, then, you know, just call your guardian dragon forward. Still my most popular workshop that I now channeled it many years ago is the guardian dragon workshop, because when you meet your personal guardian dragon, you are able, and then you'll grow to have connecting with lots of them. But if you establish a relationship with one dragon, you start from there and build up your exposure to their energy. The other thing is drink plenty of water when you're working with the dragons, because they are transformative beings, and in order to transform the stuck energy within our energy fields, we have to be hydrated. So I recommend you all have a big drink, or go and get yourself a big drink to have during this session. And if you do have any dragon skulls, you might want to hold your dragon skull during this session. If you actually think, what on earth is she talking about, dragon skulls? I'll ask my husband, who is, can we switch it on to the dragon skull? Can we switch cameras? So they can see the dragon skulls. If not, I actually have one here. I forgot to figure out how to do the switch. I forgot to tell them that I'll be wanting to do a dragon challenge. This is a beautiful dragon skull. This is actually a wealth dragon. Each dragon, okay, you can see now. Each dragon carries a separate, a unique frequency, yeah? So everyone likes to choose different crystals. So as you can see, the big one in the middle is my personal 10-inch dragon skull made out of amethyst and agate. So we're going to work with Orcas tonight. He's a violet flame dragon, so violet flame, very transformative energies. And then we've got tiger's eye, we've got fluoride, black obsidian, uperite, crazy lace, agate, and we've got one raspberry adventuring. So these are the selection of dragons I have on the shop just now that are looking for homes, looking for guardians, and I always say to people, just go through intuition, which one speaks to you. So if you don't have a dragon skull, you might like to use a crystal. Why do we work with crystals, with dragons? Why do I do that? Well, I studied crystals at university and I've always had an affinity for them, and then I found out why. I found out that they are frequency carriers. They will raise your energy field and they are a consciousness. So the dragon consciousness comes in, so it'll be one particular consciousness to each skull. Like us, they can have walk-in soul swaps. That's a topic for another day. But primarily there'll be one dragon whose energy is calling out to you maybe more than others, and that's because wherever you are in your life at that time, remember we're changing daily. You are not going to be the same person that you are in this moment as to what you're going to be when we're finished this talk, because this workshop's all about changing your consciousness, and the dragons are all about changing consciousness as well. They're all about helping you to refine your energy frequency, to let go of the lower frequencies, to set yourself free so that you can be a walking representation of your own divinity. And that is an abundant divinity, that's a happy divinity, that is a soul fulfilled divinity, and that's what we're all here to do. But we have other roles on earth. We're here to help the earth ascend, we're here to help others ascend. Whatever your mission is will be unique to yourself as well. But at the end of the day, we live on earth. We have to physically feed ourselves good food. We have to house ourselves. We have to provide for daily life. And the way that we do that as humans is through something called money. And what is actually money? Money is an energy exchange of love. And when you start to love money and not have negative self-talks about money, then you will accumulate more of it. You will be able to generate more money flow into your life. But you'll have taken on money stories. You take money stories on at school. You take money stories on through the media. You take money stories on from the government. You take money stories primarily on from your family, who you grew up with. That's the biggest imprint of your money story. And then you take on money stories from traumas that happen in your life as well. So all the limiting, oh, I can never have that. Why does my life not get that? Why can they have this but I can't? Oh, I don't have the energy for this. I'm too ill for that. I'm not able to da 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 da. And the dragons are brilliant if you're willing and you're open to show you your money story. So one of my money magic suggestions to you is to get yourself a dedicated notebook that is your money journal. Okay, and you are going to start with where you're at the moment. How much money do you have in your life in that moment? And we'll just talk about cash, okay, because when you bring assets and things in, that is like, you know, the next level, and this is the beginner's course and we are only got an hour to go into things. But let's just start with your cash. Most people are able to know how much cash they have in the bank. Most people are able to know how much cash they have coming in. It doesn't matter the source of where it's coming in from, it's about the flow of it coming in. If you choose to accumulate your money from criminal activities, do you know what? Don't actually, the universe when it comes to money doesn't make a judgment. Karma will come back a different way perhaps, but when you neutralize what money is, and that is the key next tip, is to neutralize your money story and to become aware of your emotions to it. Okay, so when you look at your figure that you have written down, then how do you feel when you look at that figure? Are you really, really happy? yay, I've got this amount of money, I've got X amount coming in. Does that make you feel really, really happy? Or do you feel really negative about it? Do you feel, oh, does your energy drop? Do you go into fear? Whatever the story is, connect into your heart and feel your money energy. So this is why I do a lot of courses teaching people to heal their hearts, to open up their ability to feel and to heal from whatever has shut your heart down. Because your feelings are a feedback mechanism, okay? And they're a feedback mechanism because you have something called your ego, and your ego governs what's called your pain body, and the pain body loves pain. This is food. You might love chocolate, your pain body loves pain. And will try to find pain in whatever way it can. And a lot of people have money pain, okay? And when you're aware that the ego's there, it's your shadow self, it's sometimes known as, to be observed. And it can give you a kick up the bum sometimes, but that happens to me. I think, great, I've got work to do, let's clear this. So I'll tell you a story that actually happened today. I got my tax bill. I got my tax bill this week, and it's in the UK. If you're self-employed, well, we have a company, so we are directors of the company, but we also get paid PAYE, so we get a monthly wage, and the government is taking a lot more off monthly. So what I'm actually getting in on wages coming in a month is only £600. Well, in the UK you can't actually, I don't know anyone who can live off with £600 a month income that way. But that's okay because we can take a dividend. But then the government now is taxing you on your dividend for a profit you might make in the future, but you haven't made yet. And this figure was 4 figures, well over, 4 figures heading towards 5, and I was just a bit like, oh my goodness, I've got to pay this at the end of the month, and I've had a lot of expenses. I'm actually taking a month off work because I'm going travelling to do earth healing work, and so I was a bit like, okay, right, well, come on, dragons, let's connect to the abundance grid. And I decided to release 2 dragon skulls. In fact, this is one of the wealth dragons. I don't know if her new owner is on the call, and I literally put one up and I went outside to photograph the next one. I was like, oh, you've sold within 5 minutes. I told nobody I'd put it up. I didn't put it on Facebook. I obviously didn't put it in my newsletter because I would mention 2 of them, and I was going to show you them tonight. And then I put the next one up, and then I went off to, well, the rain started to come, so we went to bring stuff in, and I came back, I was like, oh wow, that one's found its home already as well. But that's how it works when you're in the flow of abundance and the money grid. You ask and you receive. And one of the key things that the dragons say they want me to talk to you about is to look at your abilities to receive. So you've got your money journal, you're looking at your wealth frequency, that figure that you are bringing in a month or a year, that's all you're allowing yourself to at the moment. So what more are you going to allow yourself to bring in? You have to tell the universe, okay, I want to bring in X amount a month, and then work with the dragons to clear all your blocks to you receiving that. You don't actually have to know how you're going to get it. You just have to create funnels for the wealth to be given to you, and then you have to be able to receive it with an open heart. So I'm going to let the dragons speak now because they want to come in and do a live channeling, and we'll then look at some of the comments. The dragons saying they're pushing some buttons for some of you, and that's really good because that means consciousness shifts are changing within you, and that's what they're trying to do. So all these dragons here and all your dragon guides, they're working on you. They're so happy that you are here, you're listening to these words, and you have decided you want the dragons to assist you with your money magic. Okay. So I'm going to channel them live for you, and I channel like directly. I'm not a trans channel. I bilocate and allow the dragons to come in and speak through me. I'll remember bits of the channeling, most of the channeling. Trans channels just don't remember anything when they come round. And then we'll take you on a healing meditation. Okay. Greetings, greetings, greetings. My name is Naruso. I am a dragon of wealth, speciality, dragon of abundance, whatever word you wish to align to our race. There are many different types of dragons, as you will be aware, and they all have their own missions, just as you humans all have your own missions on Earth too. But you have asked for, and you are present here to receive more information on money magic, and I will now impart some wisdom for you. Dragons are a consciousness of light, just as you, as a soul, are a consciousness of light. Unlike humanity, however, dragons are no longer in physical form on Earth. We diverted into a different dimension, realising that our work, our missions, our energy could be supported in the higher frequencies. So we commend you, brave souls, who choose to incarnate into third dimensional physical reality on Earth. Now, when it comes to money, the energy exchange of humanity, this is an often challenging topic for many to look at. So many conditionings and programs have been put into your energy fields, into your brains and into your ancestral lineages that you have been born into, that you have taken on as divine truths. But the first guidance I wish to speak to you about is return to the divine truth of what money is. Money is an exchange. It is a vibration. And so let's look at how you exchange energy in life. Are you somebody who freely gives? Are you somebody who overgives? Are you somebody who is miserly, who holds on out of fear, ungenerous? Are you somebody who is stagnant, neither able to give nor to receive? Wherever you are on the spectrum, the first way forward to get into balance with the vibration of money is to be grounded and to be present in your body. So I'd invite you all to take your awareness down to your lower triangle, sometimes known as the Dantian in some lineages, sometimes known as the root chakra and sacral chakra in other lineages, some the lower spine, some the pelvic bowl. Still your mind and take your consciousness down into this area. Imagine you're breathing in from your pelvic bowl, from your lower triangle Dantian space. And breathing out, down, back into it. Filling up yourself with love. But as you do this, feel your shoulders start to relax. Feel the relief as you come out of your mind that is overactive, overthinking. And drop into the safety of your pelvis that is supporting you. That's the role of the pelvic bones. Feel yourself grounding. Feel any panic that is in your body dissipating. As my omnipresent consciousness connects with you now. I see in your money grids, for all those listening live and those to come in the future, as linear time is an illusion, a lot of panic, anxiety, with regards to your money grid. Whether you can consciously feel this, whether you allow yourself to acknowledge this and feel this, it is still there, it is affecting you. Because you have come out of trust in the universe. That trust in being able to ask and being able to receive. Religions learned about this and called it the word prayer. Now, we're not asking you to pray to us. We're asking you to ask the universe, whether you use the word prayer, commandment, invocation, request. But you're putting out to ask to receive and what it is you're wishing to receive. But then you have this net. Maybe you see it as a colander. Maybe you see it like a sieve. These are the grids. These are the thought forms. These are the conditions. These are the other people's energies that are getting in the way of your receiving. And this is where we dragons can come in to help you energetically let go of your attachments to certain thought forms, your attachments to certain people, your attachments to your ego agenda and drivers of the way life should be on earth. So the key now is to allow yourself to receive healing, transformation, as we lead you on a guided journey of transformative healing, meditation. So closing your eyes. Just taking a deep breath. As we invoke the wealth dragons to come around us. Breathing still into your pelvis, your lower dantian, your lower triangle, your root sacral chakras. As you connect now with your inner divinity. Your source light. Opening the crown chakra at the top of your head. Asking for your central column of light to open up as you connect with your spiritual self. Feeling the beautiful orange light from the wealth dragons, encoded with high energy frequencies to support you, engulfing your auric field. Feel your auric field expanding out with your body, enveloping your house, your home, bringing the wealth codes into your habitat. Now out into your garden, or your street, your town, your surrounding environment. As you bring this energy of expansion out to your country, feeling all of your energy field opening up. Maybe you're becoming aware of any areas of tightness in certain chakras, any aches and pains in the body. It's just some resistance to change. Ask the dragons to transmute this now. Expanding out beyond the earth into the universal consciousness cosmos. Opening your sixth sense as the light comes down into your crown chakra, opening your claircognizance, your ability to spiritually know wisdom. Opening up, sending the light into your third eye chakra, your clairvoyance, your ability to see into the other realms, see into the other dimensions, see the dragons, see the path ahead. Into your ear chakras at either side of your head, your ability to hear your spiritual guides, your dragons. To your throat chakra, your chakra of telepathy. Now down into the heart chakra, your chakra of love, where your clairsentience is, your spiritual feeling. You know what feels good, what feels wrong, constrictive. Your gut instinct, bringing the light down into your solar plexus, your power chakra spot. So you can be in your power with money. You can be in your power connecting with your dragon guides and the wealth dragons. Bringing the light down into the sacral chakra, the wealth chakra, the abundance chakra, your sexual chakra, your creative chakra. For humans are here to be creative souls. We're not here to stagnate. We're not here to follow others' agendas. We're here to create our own path of light, to learn and to grow as souls, to receive abundance through love, through being love, through compassion. As the light goes down to your root chakra, your security chakra, deep at the bottom of your spine. As you ground the light down through your legs, down into the centre of Mother Earth. Spreading your roots out like the roots of an old oak tree, connecting to our beating heart. Letting yourself receive the abundance of the earth. Letting yourself work with Mother Earth, without harm, without the vibrations of greed, shame, guilt, fear, the lower grids, but through joy, abundance, compassion, gratitude, and love. Now, you feel your third eye starting to open. You feel your Merkaba, your two spinning tetrahedrons, your astral travel energy vehicle, starting to activate as you now let your consciousness journey into the dragon realm. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have invited you and your consciousness to a dragon wealth temple. Here in the temple you will meet a personal wealth dragon guide. They are willing to be by your side daily. They're willing to be your contact, your connection to the dragon realms, to guide and support you on your money journey, wealth journey, abundance journey. So make this connection now. Your dragon comes forward and greets you. What colour is your dragon? If you'd like your dragon's name to help you connect deeper, just ask. Let the dragon come forward and shower you with love. What message does your dragon have for you? Your dragon tells you that any limitations are just illusions, stories of the ego mind. There's enough abundance, there's enough wealth for all. It's only if you prescribe and believe in the limitation grids that the governments try to distort through the economies. You may struggle with wealth. For most, they have set limits on how wealthy they can be subconsciously. Oh, I can't have that much money. No one needs this much wealth. Whatever the stories are, money doesn't grow on trees. Only criminals make money. I'm a good person, therefore I don't want to be greedy. Whatever the stories are, let your consciousness start to show you them. Let your dragon give you one belief, one story that is playing through your money grid, affecting you at this time. Let yourself hear it loud and clear. Acknowledge it. Feel it. And then when you're ready, the dragon guides you over to a chest of light. This is a crystalline chest. Radiating, emitting high frequency healing. Let yourself step forward. Feel worthy enough to do this. And open the chest. In here is written a number. Recognize the number, acknowledge that number. If it is materialized as a piece of paper, take that piece of paper with you as you close the chest lid now. This number is the frequency of how much money in your currency you grid is allowing you to hold. If you already have that much money, that shows you there's a block to more coming in. If it's an aspirational number, well done, but work with us to make it a reality number. For your frequency is able to hold that level of wealth, but you are unable to currently receive it if it is not in your physical reality. So let us now take you on an energy healing journey. 3 more dragons are coming forward to connect with you, to use their dragon breath to run healing through you. Allow yourself to receive this now. You may notice different colours coming in. You may notice symbols. You may feel physical shifts in your matrix. The dragons ask you if you're ready to let go of this story they showed you. They told you. There is a wealth block at this time for you. And now, we move you to the trust space. Trust comes from the heart. Trust in yourself is key. Trust in others is also key. Trust in the universal source to provide for you. Trust in the grand plan of the divine. The more you allow yourself to trust, you're being guided, you're being cared for. The more you ask for protection and support from the dragons, the more we can assist you. But we hand you a gift now for you to return back to the human reality. Receive your gift. As you feel your Merkaba light body, sacred geometry starting to activate. And you start to journey back. Back into body. Starting to wiggle your fingers and toes. Slowly open your eyes to come back round. Now. Namaste, Adonai. Have a drink of water. Let yourself come back round. They were going to bring through some Dragon Light language, but then they said, no, not yet. So maybe more will come in a moment. So, just letting yourself ground, integrate. How are we doing for time? When I'm a channel, I never know. We've got 15 minutes. So if anybody has any questions just before we do the work with the dragon skull, you might want to type it in there just now. That was just a little taster. My meditation's going a lot longer, they're a lot deeper. If you're used to doing them, but it's a nice one actually. For 15 minutes every day you could listen to that and get your story. My message was, they gave me my figure. So you remember you went to your chest, you got your figure. Mine was 10 million. I don't have 10 million pounds in the bank. And then the story the dragon said was, you looked at that figure and you thought, oh gosh, that's so much work to generate that kind of income. And I'm tired. I'm tired. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. That's exactly what my thought was when I thought of generating 10 million pounds. Oh, that's so much work. So yeah, that's my story. That's my block. Why didn't I think, yeah, that's easy, I can do that instantly? could win the lottery, Euro lottery. You could just do it, can't you? But see, my block to winning potentially the lottery, it's not that hard work to go and buy a ticket. That's what they're on about funneling. I'm not advocating gambling, but I'm just saying you're looking at, you know, funneling opportunities. So my instinct was, I know how much it took me, effort and energy it took me to get 7 figures at one point. So to do that level of income or that level of money, I just thought, no, that's tiring. But I'm going to change that. I'm going to keep listening to the meditation. That was my story that I'm going to shift. But as an offering for you, I am going to give you all a discount code for the Dragon Wisdom School shop. It'll just work for the Dragon section. So I have quite a big business. We do lots of different topics through the Elemental Beings website, which is elementalbeings.co.uk. You can access all the Dragon stuff. But it's the same shop for both, the dragonwisdomschool.org. So you have to go into the Dragon section to find all the Dragon courses. But I'm going to give you a 50% discount code for a week. So that'll be to the 20th of July. And you could, I've got so many abundance courses with the dragons if you want to work on a deeper level. And the code you need to type in is just dragon. Is it all capital letters? Dragon, all capital letters, just when you go to checkout, and it'll work for all the dragon courses. And if you want any guidance, you've got a particular issue, you want any guidance support, which course would be best for you, you can drop me an email, info@elementalbeings.co.uk, or you can send me a message on Messenger to my Aphedia Arara Kenchington, because they made me put my legal surname on if you're not following me there. But I run the Dragon Wisdom School Facebook group and page, but if you join the group then we can communicate that way too. Or Instagram, I'm Alphedia_channel, and you can message me through there as well. So do we have any questions, any comments, Andy, before, or will we just move on to further teachings?
Somebody's just asking if we've got links.
Yeah, I'm sure Kevin can put some links up. dragonwisdomschool.org.
He's nodding.
He's nodding. Great. Well, what we'll do is we'll move on, and we'll shift the camera onto the dragon skulls. Okay. So I'm going to do a 5-minute dragon skull healing. I do hour ones. I do these Thursdays and Sundays, not always with the dragons. Tonight, for example, at 9 p.m, we are doing an hour's healing with Rosina, who is my big AAA grade Rhodochrosite skull, and that's an hour's remote healing on your emotional body. So I do these, every week pretty much, and they're a really good energy exchange, £12.50 for the hours remote healing. So it's very accessible for most people. Obviously some of my dragon retreats are, you know, they're in the hundreds if you want to do them, but you're getting your discount. So we're looking at Orcas, the big skull. You might be able to see, I don't know if any of you are eagle-eyed enough to see, that Orcas is sat on some money if you look to the right hand side of him. So one of the great things to do is to work with the dragons for manifesting more money, is to essentially have a dragon money altar. So you could have pictures of dragons. If you don't have a crystal dragon skull, you could get a crystal, and a good one is citrine. This is an abundance crystal. This is natural citrine point. They can't see me, can they?
I'm just switching it back to you.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, you can't see me showing this. This is citrine. It's a type of quartz, and it's a wealth crystal. So that's a good one to have. Problem is, it's really rare natural citrine, so it's very difficult to get natural, and very expensive to get natural citrine dragon skulls, if you can ever get them. So I would use that as a tumblestone piece if you didn't have a dragon, but any of your dragons, particularly if you have a dragon skull that specialises in wealth, get some money. If you can only put £1 down, it's the thought. I only had £30 cash at the moment. I don't keep my grid with loads of money under it, because the point is for accumulating it, so maybe I usually have £20 under it. And I just ask that dragon, it's a transmuter. They're here, they want to help us to transmute my blocks to money coming into my life, to me have money in the bank. And when you give your money over to that dragon to work on it, they'll be working day and night to shift the subconscious beliefs for you. So that belief with me that, oh, it's going to be so much work to generate that kind of money. I haven't been doing my dragon grid since we moved here. I haven't been doing it. I mean, I do putting the dragon under it, but I haven't had space because we're just moving into our new temple, which we had to get built, to have a proper dragon wealth grid set up. So I've just had a mini one with a dragon skull, but having a dragon wealth grid is a focal point for you to remember every day, oh yeah, I'm manifesting wealth, the dragons are going to help me, to maybe say an invocation. I'm a big fan of invocation, like the prayers that we're talking about, I call them invocations. So every course I run, I will channel an invocation, and you can say that daily for whatever energy you're working with. So if you do go on to do one of the courses, you'll get an invocation to say, you can write that out, you can say that morning, you can say that night. It's about this focal point and dedicating that space in the universe to say, yes, this is what I'm wanting to generate. Another technique the dragons taught me was to get your bank statement, print it out if you don't have it, or even just write it out, and just add some extra zeros on and see what difference it feels to having £5 in your account, to having £5,000 in your account. Oh, just tune in just that. Just think for a moment, I have £5 in my bank account. Feel I have only £5 in my bank account. And then shift your energy frequency to, oh, I have £5,000 in my bank account. I mean, my face breaks out into a smile. If 5,000 isn't a lot of money for you, make that 5 million if that's more the world that you roll in. 5 billion, whatever your wealth story is. But it's just little things like that, because it's all about money. It's all about money frequency. It's all about your money frequency. So if you don't feel happy, I was feeling a bit poor when I got my tax bill in. Change it around to, do you know what, I've got the money to pay this. Might mean that at the moment I have to cut back on X, Y and Z till I generate more money, but I have the money to pay this because I'm going to earn this, I've got it. It's shifting your frequency, okay? Having the funnels for the wealth to come into your life and not being in judgment of it too. So I've had clients who have been like, I don't have any money because it's all my husband's money. I'm like, well, is that true? If you're married legally, it's both of your money. If he's not giving you any money, well, that's what you have to work on, because you're a legal entity as soon as you marry, for example. Or if it is that, oh, I'm on benefits, how do I get out of the benefits? You know, I can't take that risk of getting a job, or I can't find work. Well, why not? Why can't you find work? Look at it from that angle. Look at the story. Look at the block. Okay, so we're going to do this 5-minute attunement. I'm aware that I'm probably not going to have much time for personal messages, but I will read all your comments afterwards, so you can type it in and I will reply to you after this call. The way that we are set up in the studio is I'm not on a front facing camera. I've got 2 cameras running and my husband is behind the screens manning the chat box. So let's focus on Orcas. I want you to make a bridge of light between your third eye and Orcas's third eye. You might see his big horn if you can see that. And then you're just going to close your eyes. You're going to ground yourself and you're going to allow him to connect with your energy. I'll activate him with some dragon light language. And we're going to give you a few minutes of healing to integrate the shifts and to reconsolidate your energy before the end of this workshop. Okay. Niangaria kana satia bua nasi puruia na hala honu hohani ekitisa bori hala usmoda shongare bolua kanietari hako niao. Oi. Taking a deep breath in. Centering your energy. Grounding yourself. And opening yourself up to the healing. You can keep staring at the dragon if you want, or you can close your eyes and just feel it. Healing energies. so that's just a couple of minutes healing because I've got to make way for the end of the course today. Just allowing yourself to come back round. I want to thank you for giving me some of your time today. I hope it has been helpful for you. I hope the dragon message was inspiring. I'm going to get it transcribed. If you'd like to join the Dragon Wisdom School, it is free. Go on to the website dragonwisdomschool.org. You will get emails. I'm emailing every week, so check your spam if you're not getting in your inbox, and I will put out a transcribe of that channeled message for you as well, so you could remember the teachings of it and you can listen again and again to the meditation. But thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry we didn't have time. Well, nobody asked when I said, does anybody have any questions? But do type anything into the chat and I will come round and read them and answer them for you. So all the dragons on the table, I don't know if you can still see them, they are looking for homes. If any of them are speaking to you, if you want any guidance on having a crystal dragon, some really slightly rarer ones will be coming up this week possibly as well if I have time before I head off to Europe. We're going healing with the dragons in Europe, doing earth healing work with them, with the skulls, so you'll be delighted if you want to come along and be part of a great team of earth healers around the world, going to Germany, Netherlands and Belgium. So yeah. And back here in Scotland, we'll be doing stuff from Scotland too. Namaste, thank you for being with me.
Thank you, Aphedia. Thank you very much. That was beautiful. Thank you for journeying with us today on the English Mystic Podcast, Dragon Thunder Summit 2025 edition. This is just one voice, one frequency in a greater dragon symphony, each echoing across the earth right now. If you felt the stir in your heart, if you heard a whisper from your dragon allies, then the work is beginning. Be sure to explore all 36 epic speakers and their transmissions by heading over to the website www.dragonthunder2025.com, where the portal is open. Until next time, walk boldly with your dragons, speak your truth like fire, and may your path be guided by the ancient winds. Stay mystical, stay wild, stay dragon aligned. This is the English Mystic. See you next time.
In the realm where spirits dance, where dragons soar with fiery glance, a song of power, strength untold, for human hearts, for young and old. Wings that span the starry night, scales that gleam with ancient light. Dragons rise, guardians bold, tales of healing, tales untold. Almighty ones, wise and grand, protectors of this sacred land. With breath of fire, a timeless art, they heal and mend each wounded heart. Through shadows deep and forests wide, they guide us with a noble stride. In the dance of life, a sacred chance, to heed the call of dragon trance. Scale by scale, a shield they weave. In the moonlit night, their magic breathe. Whispers of protection, strong and true. In the realm where dreams come through. So gather round, O kin of earth. Let the dragon's melody give birth to healing streams and fiery light, as we journey through the shaman's night. O dragons, ancient and divine, your friendship like the stars will shine in the tapestry of life. a song we weave with spirits, dragons, hearts believe.